Welcome to the Kingdom Marketplace Podcast. We talk about all things kingdom all the time. Kingdom Word, Kingdom Products, and Kingdom Services. I'm one of your hosts, Pastor Joel N. Usher, and this is
First Lady April Usher.
Let's Go.
Hello, welcome to the Kingdom Marketplace Podcast. I got cut off earlier, and so we're back here in Luke chapter 23. We're going to pick back up at verse 26. This is the Kingdom Marketplace Podcast, Kingdom Word, Kingdom Products, Kingdom Services. That's what we do, all things kingdom. Pastor Joel N. Usher, along with my lovely wife, First Lady April Usher. Again, let us get into the word, picking back up at Luke chapter 23, verse 26 now. Here we go. It says, now as they led him away, they laid hold of a certain man, Simon a Cyrenian, who was coming from the country, and on him they laid the cross that he might bear it after Jesus. And a great multitude of the people followed him, and women who also mourned and lamented him. But Jesus, turning to them, said, daughters of Jerusalem, do not weep for me, but weep for your children, for yourselves and for your children. For indeed the days are coming in which they will say, blessed are the barren, wombs that never bore, and breasts which never nursed. Then they will begin to say to the mountains, fall on us, and to the hills, cover us. For if they do these things in the green wood, what will be done in the dry? There were also two others, criminals, led with him to be put to death. And when they had come to the place called Calvary, there they crucified him and the criminals, one on the right hand and the other on the left. Then Jesus said, Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they do. And they divided his garments and cast lots, and the people stood looking on. But even the rulers with him sneered, saying, he saved others, let him save himself, if he is the Christ, the chosen of God. The soldiers also mocked him, coming and offering him sour wine and saying, if you are the king of the Jews, save yourself. And an inscription also was written over him in letters of Greek, Latin, and Hebrew. This is the King of the Jews. Then one of the criminals who were hanged blasphemed him, saying, if you are the Christ, save yourself and us. But the other, answering, rebuked him, saying, do you not even fear God, seeing you are under the same condemnation? We indeed justly, for we receive the due reward of our deeds. But this man has done nothing wrong. Then he said to Jesus, Lord, remember me when you come into your kingdom. And Jesus said to him, surely I say to you, today you will be with me in paradise. Now it was about the 6th hour, and there were darkness over all the earth until the 9th hour. Then the sun was darkened, and the veil of the temple was torn in two. And when Jesus had cried out with a loud voice, he said, Father, into thy hands I commend my spirit. And having said this, he breathed his last. So when the centurion saw what had happened, he glorified God, saying, certainly this was a righteous man. And the whole crowd who came together to that sight, seeing what had been done, beat their breast and returned. But all his acquaintances and the women who followed him from Galilee stood at a dense distance, watching these things. Now behold, there was a man named Joseph, a council member, a good and just man. He had not consented to their decision indeed. He was from Arimathea, a city of the Jews, who himself was also waiting for the kingdom of God. This man went to Pilate and asked for the body of Jesus. Then he took it down, wrapped it in linen, and laid it in a tomb that was hewn out of the rock, where no one had ever lain before. That day was the preparation, and the Sabbath drew near. And the woman who had come with him from Galilee followed after, and they observed the tomb and how his body was laid. Then they returned and prepared spices and fragrant oils, and they rested on the Sabbath according to the commandment. And so reads Luke chapter 23. And so we have read Luke chapter 23, and that ends Jesus' death on Friday. As we return back to Luke chapter 24, I'm going to do that in a separate, but it's going to be live as well. So just bear with me in about 2 minutes. I'm going to hang this one up, come back with that one. Join us for Luke chapter 24. That is where we are at today, is Luke chapter 24 of the gospel according to Luke here in the New Testament. So come back, be with us. Give me about 2 minutes to get off and then get back on and start Luke chapter 24. Until next time, see you at the top with Jesus, because bombs you got it with Satan. Peace.